Welcome to Come Alive for your word of the day. Last week, we started looking at the planting of the seed. And this week, I'm just going to continue with the same theme. And for us to be able to understand one or two things and to understand where have you positioned yourself? Where have I positioned myself? The Bible has a lot to talk about the planting. And one of the parables that Jesus gave is the parable of the sower. And I just want to use that parable to be able to illustrate a few things. You have to understand that the soil here is talking about the heart, your heart, where my heart is. And when your heart is in a good place, then the planting, the maturing of the seed happens well. Let me tell you this. For any seed to be able to grow, to be able to sprout, it must have the best soil and the best environment. And I just want to ask you, what kind of an environment is your soil like? And in this parable, in Luke chapter number 8, Jesus has just given the parable. And from verse number 11 to verse number 15, he's explaining the meaning of the parable. And in verse number 12, this is what it says: the seed that fell on the footpath represent those who hear the message, only to have the devil come and take it away from their heart and prevent them from believing and being saved. And this is a seed that fell on the ground. You know, the ground is a hard place. People have walked on it. In other words, it is not a conducive environment for a seed to be able to sprout and to be able to grow. And because of that hardness of the ground, it becomes a hostile ground for any seed to be able to sprout and to be able to grow. And actually, it becomes an easy prey for the enemy to be able to come and remove and come and destroy, to come and steal away what has been planted. Many of us have been going through life cycles. You've gone through season and after season, and you never learn. Why? Most of us, if you look at our heart, our attitude, because the heart represents my attitude, your attitude, the attitude you come before God with, we have these hardened hearts that in a way God cannot be able to plant anything in us. Anyone can never be able to stay within us, and the enemy just comes and takes it away and gets to rip it apart, and then you are left with nothing. You need today to do a self-evaluation and check your heart and ask yourself, is my heart condition as hard as a ground or a footpath that has been walked on, that the seed cannot be able to find a way to go deep inside for it to be able to have an environment for it to be able to sprout and to be able to grow? I'm talking about this week the condition of the soil. Last week we talked about the seed. What is the condition of the soil of your heart? Are you a hardened man? Are you a hardened woman? Are you a person that nothing can stay within you because your heart is so hard? Some of us, we are so hardened because of the issues we've gone through in life. Others are so hardened because of pain and unbelief, hardened because of unforgiveness. You know, the heart of our heart is toxic. It cannot be able to receive from God and for me and you to be able to become productive or to be able to sprout and to grow something that is productive, that is meaningful for the kingdom of God. Let me ask again, how does your heart look like this day? Evaluate. It is good to keep evaluating yourself. What kind of a heart do you have? Is it ready for the word? And remember what Jesus says, that the enemy comes and takes it away from their hearts. Takes it away from their hearts to prevent them from believing and being saved. So in other words, the seed even doesn't have a chance, doesn't have an opportunity to be able to sprout, to be able to grow, to be able to come to maturity, to be able to bring harvest, to be able to bring multiplication. Friends, it's time to do self-evaluation. This is your pastor, Pastor Joshua, for Come Alive. God bless you. Love you.